Yes, welcome to Mr. Ferrugia's Causes of World War I. Our learning objectives for this particular video, this lesson, main causes of World War I are going to be identify and analyze what are these main causes. And the essential question we want to start thinking about as we move all through the World War I unit are, for what reasons do people get involved in war and maybe even some other conflicts? Militarism being the first one of the main causes, right? That MAIN. We're going to look at this as simply what it is, militarism. And what we're looking at is a very aggressive buildup for military preparedness, right? That's what that's going to show. And that could be convoluted in a couple of different ways. Some people, why are you building up a military? Usually you do this to show some muscles, to show strength. And even if you don't want to necessarily go to war, it's a way to say, it's a way to kind of puff your chest a little bit to say, look at what we could do if we wanted to go to war, so be careful. So militarism, that's going to kind of get thrown in that pot, all right? Second, we've talked about this before in class, this idea of alliances, right? And this is what I call friends will attack if need be, right? So that's what I got here, friends when attacked. And again, this is mostly done in secret, and those secret alliances were problematic, meaning, let's say you were a smaller country, you would make a deal with another country, and you would say, well, if one of these other countries wants to attack us, then you'll attack them on our behalf, right? This is those secret alliances that were starting to come out, and this caused a lot of problems for, again, a lot of those Central European countries that were involved in the creation of World War I. The other big thing that we're going to look at in the main causes is imperialism, right? And this is the domination of weaker nations by greater nations. Many examples you can use in history. You remember we talked about the scramble of Africa in 1898, right? That was imperialism. So we're familiar with this, but some of those ties, some of what was happening now are starting to catch up with them. And natural resources are going to become involved. The ways to have a prepared military. It's going to be about some of the things that come out of imperialism. So that's a big part of this. And last but not least, we have to talk about this idea of nationalism, right? And this is loyalty and maybe a devotion to a nation. Now, that sounds good, but nationalism has to be distinguished from patriotism. Everybody should be proud of their country, right? Even us in America, we're American citizens, but all of us hold on to maybe some of our immigrant ancestry. I'm an Italian American. Actually, I'm Italian Puerto Rican American, right, from my grandparents. My wife was Canadian, French Canadian, and Irish. And so we hold those things to help us, have an appreciation for traditions where we come from. But nationalism is when you start to take a I'm better than you attitude simply because of where I'm from. And we saw this rise of nationalism happen in a lot of these states. And unfortunately, it causes some issues with these surrounding nations. So if all the nations are kind of getting involved in this, it's like, we all have a heightened aggressive military preparedness with militarism. We all have now these alliances with some of the other countries around us, just in case. We have all been kind of delving into this imperialistic ideology of trying to find natural resources and make them part of production of whatnot. And then, of course, all coming together under this idea of nationalism. We are better than you. And so this is going to be all mixed in that cauldron. And when this spills out, it spills out into World War I. Okay? Thanks for watching. We're going to kind of expand on all of these topics and then look at what happened specifically in the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, which is really going to kind of make all of these things come out. All right? Thanks for watching. See you next time.